Hello and welcome back, and that's right, another day, another NAS. Today we want to talk about two new NAS devices from the brand Minisforum, the S5 and the S7, and these are going to form the start of their all-flash NAS series. This was originally revealed by the brand in conjunction with Intel over in Xiamen, China, and although they do cover it a little bit on their official pages, massive respect to video cards. Again, their article is linked below. A lot of the information today is going to come from them, as well as the official postings from the brand themselves about these two new NAS devices. So let's start with the S5. The S5 is probably the more unique proposition of the two. This is arriving with 5 M.2 NVMe bays inside. Those are Gen 4 times 1. We'll circle back round to why that is later on. And alongside that, it's rocking out with an Intel Wildcat CPU. That's an Intel Core 3. And we're looking for a little bit more further clarification on that very, very soon, I hope. And alongside that, it's going to arrive with 16 gig of LPDDR5X RAM. That's right, the RAM is going to be soldered to the board. Now, why is that? Well, a lot of that is to do not only, I'm sure, with RAM prices recently, but also because this device is designed to be completely fanless. It's got a complete fanless but heat sink optimized design there, as hopefully you can see on screen. So a lot of this system is going to be about maintaining temperatures, obviously throughput as well, and we'll get to network connectivity shortly. But ultimately, that's why the PCIe gen speed of those M.2s have been restricted there to 4 times 1 across the board. But alongside that, it's also going to arrive with a copper 10 gig NIC, a 2.5 gig copper NIC, and 2 USB 4 Type-C ports there at 40 gigabits per second each. Crucially, those are going to be alongside the Minis Cloud OS, giving you the ability to directly connect to this device. You've got 10 gig and you've got a couple of those USB 4s there for directly connecting things like your Mac or Windows system. Alongside that, there is Wi-Fi 7 connectivity there, but we're still waiting for confirmation on, antenna coverage and things like 6 gigahertz coverage in MLO, of course. But alongside that, there isn't any PCIe upgradability, but there is an HDMI output and a little bit more traditional USB connectivity. This is clearly designed for production facilities. It's designed for photo video editing, podcasting there, broadcast production. This is designed for as high a throughput as possible without worrying about fan noise and just general system ambient noise. So now let's move over to the more traditional, I really do mean just a little bit more traditional, 7-bay flash solution there, the S7. Now this is utilising a chassis that looks incredibly similar to that of the normal MS01, 02, A1, A2, etc. Indeed, on their own press release, Minisforum do state this is stylised on the MS03. It's tower stacked from what I could see, but whether it's going to be horizontal or vertical, who's to say at this time. It's got a front-mounted LCD panel to give you real-time information about the device when it's in use. And again, this will roll out with the Minis Cloud software alongside, again, deployable AI stuff as you would expect, alongside innovations that have happened and updates that have been applied to the Minis Cloud NAS OS. Still no word on whether the lanes are going to be 4 times 1 or maybe a separation, because now they're using that casing, I think we can ascertain more likely this is where a lot of that development that we've seen with that 6-port upgrade card that prototype card we had here on the channel to add 6 M.2 bays to the MS01. This is presumably the natural evolution of that, and that's how this is almost certainly going to be a 7 bay. So it does make me wonder if one of those bays is going to be at a greater speed than the others. This is utilizing that chassis, so I'm assuming there's going to be fan assistance around there, which means it's not going to be silent, but that also means a little bit more cooling, which could also scale up the PCIe speeds of those slots. But I will say, if it is stylized on the MS03 device there, that was running out with a Panther Lake processor, and that was the 356H, I think. I'll have to double check that. But the network connectivity is far more scaled up, just like it's been on all those workstations. You've got 2 SFP 10 gig network ports there. You've got a 10 gig copper, and you've got a 2.5 gig copper as well as USB 4 connectivity there again. Again, almost certainly no PCIe upgrades. Like if they've managed to get that in there as well, I'll be astounded. But given the scale and the ability to add 7 M.2s, I think it's highly unlikely. Realistically, there's still no confirmed release date on this. If I had to put a pin on it, I'd say likely Q3 2026. I can't see these rocking out any day soon. And we'll probably learn more about them during Computex 2026. But ultimately, these are two very interesting NAS devices that are specifically about flash. Looking at the target market right now and the price of SSDs, I think I'm going to use the word courageous as a release to go down this road at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see. Ultimately, I look forward to talking about these more on the channel. Again, big shout out to Video Cards for their coverage on this, alongside Minisforum's own press release, which is, thanks to those sources, how this video happened. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.